Being bald is sexy. It's an attitude. It's a luxury. It's a lifestyle. When I first shaved my head, I knew that my life was never going to be the same. I'm so excited to bring the show to you, where we're going to uncover and unpack what it means to be bald, have fun while doing it, and empowering you all in the process. So let's have some fun. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bald and Buzzed with Brennan. Wherever you're watching in the world, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button, like our episodes, leave comments, and share it with your friends and family. Already, we are at 72 subscribers. That is unbelievable. And it's all thanks to you guys. So we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's get started. Okay, so on today's episode, what I wanted to cover is what's going to happen to you once you've shaved your head. You've already made the plunge, you decided to grab those clippers, you've had enough of your hair, and now you might feel that you're not prepared for what the world has in store for your bald, beautiful head. And so this episode is going to help you own and rock and stay ready for what's to come with your bald head. So let's get into it. Also, this list is in no order. I'm going off of my personal experience of being bald for over a decade and all of the things that has happened to me, whether it was instantly, whether it was over time. But once you shave your head, there's gonna be a lot of changes. And it's important that you're ready and you're prepared. And so one of the main things that happens when you shave your head, and this is probably one of the most annoying things, is people are going to assume that you've gone crazy. They're going to be asking, are you okay? Is everything all right? Are you good? Are you okay? That's usually how I respond to people that first question me when I shaved my head. If you guys remember when Britney Spears first shaved her head, the world went into a frenzy. They couldn't understand it. They called her crazy. They said that she was mentally unstable. There has been so many pathetic reasons that people assume cutting off all your hair, especially as a woman, means that you have lost your mind. That is a myth. That is not true. In fact, being bald will actually help you get to your senses. The same thing happened with Doja Cat, right? Doja Cat, fabulous, super talented entertainer, just like Britney Spears, shaved her head, and she did it live. And she did it so that the world can see. And she also shaved and bleached her eyebrows. And so they did the same thing with Doja Cat that they did with Britney Spears. I actually wrote about this, about how Doja shaving her head should have never resulted in this major uproar. I mean, why are we so attached and obsessed with women, especially having hair? It doesn't make any sense. And so just be prepared for people to honestly make you feel so uncomfortable because they're uncomfortable, right? They're going to be asking you like, is there anything I can do? And coming at you as if you're like in a padded room. I mean, it is just wild. So this is something that as a society, we have this unfortunate stigma associated with being bald-headed, where if you shave your head, if you are deciding to buzz your head, people will think that you're going through some sort of crisis. And that's actually not the case. Usually it's because you're looking for a new beginning. So don't let that type of stereotype and those types of mindsets, which are super limiting, keep you from rocking your bald head. It's beautiful, it's hot, it's sexy. And again, when anyone asks you, are you okay? You hit them right back with, are you? All right, next on what you should expect when you shave your head is your sexuality is going to come into question, especially if you're a woman. Now, I honestly don't take offense to people assuming that I'm gay. I'm not gay. In fact, I love and look up to so many of the gay icons who were bald and buzzed and who actually set the tone, right? And the standard for rocking a bald head, for having it be a lifestyle, a fashion statement. People assume as a woman that you are a lesbian, that you are gay, that you hate men. And that might be the case with some people, but it's not the case with all. And so when I first shaved my head, I remember men asking me like, oh, do you like women? Or are you bisexual? And what is your sexual orientation? And mind you, I was not interested in any of these people that asked me these questions. I'm looking at them like, okay. So just be prepared for people to assume that you are something that you might not identify as. And gay people, people from the queer community have actually, in my personal opinion, and gay icons, they're the reason why baldness is so sexy. If you look at people who are admired and respected, who are queer and who are rocking a shaved head or a buzz cut, they are doing it better than anyone else. So just be prepared, especially you ladies out there, if you are getting ready to go out on dates, if you are ready to, open yourself up into the love world, people are going to assume and ask that you're gay. And also, one of the best things about it, and a lot of people, if you don't realize this, if you have not gotten hit on by the same sex, you're not fly. And women know beauty, women know fashion, women actually dress for other women. So when I shaved my head, I was getting hit on by the most beautiful, amazing, fabulous, talented women. And it was honestly so empowering. So don't let these misconceptions keep you from loving your bald head. If you are getting complimented by women, especially for having a buzz cut, that just means that you look damn good. Okay, next on the list is, and this is annoying, right? People will try and rub your head. I'm not kidding. When I shaved my head, people were like coming up to me, strangers, people where I would be out at either a club or a restaurant. I don't club anymore, by the way. This was when I shaved my head in college and I was clubbing all the time, 24/7. And I would be out and people would be like trying to rub my head, like, get out of here. What do you think you're doing? This is not a petting zoo. And it is just crazy that people assume that because you don't have any hair, because your scalp is exposed, that they can now come up to you without having knowing you and rub your head. Be prepared for this and be prepared to get your swatter out, okay? Because this is something that is going to happen. I'm not quite sure why it happens, but it's something that's a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit crazy, that people think that because you're bald-headed that they can come up and rub your head. Be prepared, swat them away, cuss them out, whatever you gotta do. You need to protect this beautiful bald head. Next on the list is be prepared to explain and tell your bald story. So I actually even do this, right? Like whenever I see someone, especially another lady with a bald head, and actually I do this with anyone really, because I think bald is so sexy and it's so powerful. I always want to know what caused you to shave your head. And so I've had to tell my bald story a zillion times and it never gets old. It's honestly like a bonding experience. And so just be ready for people to like ask you like, what caused you to shave your head? Why did you want to get rid of your hair? How are you enjoying it? Like, tell me like what you thought of the second that you grabbed those clippers. Like, this is something that's going to be happening on repeat. And you just want to make sure that you love your journey, right? Everyone's bald story is different. Some people do it by choice. They do it because it's sexy, it's fashionable, it's a very dynamic, minimalistic look. Other people do it because they've either gotten sick, they're aging, or they just want a drastic change in your life, right? So when you first shave your head, just be ready to just talk about your bald journey over and over and over again. Next on this list, and this is something that happened to me the second that I shaved my head, and it happens up until now, 13 years later. You will turn heads. Being bald, especially as a woman, you are going to have people looking at you like, oh, who is that? And own it, right? Like, They are just amazed by your beautiful, bald, buzzed head, the confidence that you are oozing, right, with your new look. And you are going to get looks from people that are good. And you're also going to get looks from people like, why would this woman ever cut her hair? Or why would this individual ever shave their head? And so make sure that you're prepared for all the stares that you're going to be getting. They might be stares, they might be glares, but hey, they're watching and all eyes are on you. One of my favorite things about being bald is whenever you see another bald person, and I mentioned that you be prepared to tell your bald story, you also need to be prepared to have a gravitational pull. It's like when you see someone else who's taken this plunge to get rid of all of their hair, despite people telling them no, despite society saying that it's not beautiful and that bald people really want to have hair and grow it back and are selling us all of these pathetic products out there to help your hair grow again. Recognize that when you see another bald person, you are just going to have this kindred spirit. You're going to be making eye contact with this person. You're going to feel inclined to go up and talk to this person. I cannot tell you guys the amount of times that I have seen another bald person. We've locked eyes, and then next thing you know, we're fast friends. It is something that only bald people will truly understand. And it's not something that a blonde will get. It's not someone who with bangs will understand. This is a drastic hairstyle, and it's a major transformation that's about to happen. And so you recognize that, and so does the person who also shaved their head. And so you already have that in common. And just be prepared to meet a lot of amazing people, strangers who you didn't know at first, and then those people will become your friends and family. I have so many friends, so many people in my life who I know who are bald and buzzed, shaved heads, and fabulous. And we all met in the same way. You shaved your head. Oh my God, am I looking in a mirror? Like, what is going on? So just be ready for that gravitational pull. Next on the list is you are instantly, once you shaved your head, and I promise you, this is going to happen. You are going to have BDE. You are going to be so confident. You are going to be feeling yourself so much. You're going to be obsessed looking in the mirror left and right. At least that's what I do. When you first shave your head, you are going to be feeling so liberated, so free, so sexy, because you get to finally look and embrace all of your features that you've been hiding behind with your luscious hair. And it's one of the coolest things that happens when you become bald. Your entire aura changes. You are oozing sex appeal. You're oozing self-esteem. Your worth goes up, and you just feel on top of the world. And so when you shave your head, you will get BDE. In fact, we need to rebrand BDE. It's Bald Diva Energy. That's what BDE is, Bald Diva Energy. So just be prepared for that to happen once you shaved your head. Last, but certainly not least, and this kind of follows with the previous one, is that your style is going to change, right? When you are bald, that's all there is for the world to see. So you are going to start accessorizing. Like if you're bald headed and you do not wear sunglasses, something's wrong. You need to go out, get yourself a pair of shades of sunnies and rock those day and night. In fact, I wear sunglasses at night. I don't care how crazy I look. It's a vibe. It's sexy. And I've been doing it since I first shaved my head. You are going to transform your entire look, your wardrobe, everything you put on. You're going to feel like you're out of a movie. Honestly, this fashion that was built for bald people, from turtlenecks to earrings to whether you love makeup and you want to do lashes, your fashion game is going to level up and be so much better than what it was. You go from basic to badass, and that is a given once you shaved your head. And so that is our list of all of the amazing things that you need to prepare for the second that you shave your head. From getting questioned about your mental health, to being asked about your sexuality, to having a gravitational pull to other bald people, you are going to love it and you are going to be experiencing things that you've never experienced before. There's so much more that we're going to be covering when it comes to baldness. And I appreciate all of you for watching, for staying tuned. We are going to talk with you guys all a little bit more next week. And so enjoy the rest of your day and weekend wherever you're watching from. Cheers.